Hi guys and welcome to an end of season awards special. I accidentally clicked on one but I haven't properly looked, but we're going to see who gets the awards and that quickly. And this is for Player of the Year. So yeah, Irish Premier Division Player of the Year award. It's been given to Dundalk's Michael Duffy, which is fine because he has scored 15 goals in like it's a goal every other game basically. Quite a few good assists as well. But as you can see, we got two boys there. 15 goals, 11 assists. Pretty much exactly the same, I think. So what was the difference between? Yeah, maybe it was just play time or something like that. But for whatever reason, Dundalk's Michael Duffy won that over us. But again, even Carl Shepard got one less assist than them, but more goals. So yeah, it could even be the average rating. But either way, we're happy that we got runner up and third place. So next one is the Golden Boot Award, and it's again Dundalk's a Dundalk player. It's Patrick Hoban. Got 21 goals in 34 games. That's pretty decent. Graham Cummins, it's a shame he got injured for so long because he got 19 goals. I mean, it won't tell us the games because he didn't win it, but if I click on his profile, it should tell us there. So in the league, yeah, he got 20 games uh, and 19 goals. That's a goal a game almost, and three sub appearances. Just a shame. Shame he got injured for so long because I think he would have smashed it, and it could even helped us win the league. But yeah, it's fine. And Aaron Green for Shamrock Rovers finished third respectively. Next one is Young Player of the Year, and it's actually our loaned in player, James Tilley, who won it 15 goals in 36 games. That is incredible for a winger, and he got 11 assists as well. We actually have another player, second place, O'Connor, for 12 goals as well. That's pretty good. So we've got two youngsters in there. Hopefully we're going to try and get James Tilley on loan again next season. Let's congratulate him, might help him appreciate us more and want to stay. I'm not going to pronounce that name, but yeah, Waterford player finished it off. He's Irish, but doesn't look like an Irish name. Doesn't even look Irish to be honest, but fair enough. Goal of the season goes to Bashin Herry for Waterford. I'm not going to watch it, but let's have a look at our players one. It's Morrissey. It was who was it against? So 30 yards past the keeper against St. Pat's. It says view goals. I don't know if we have to watch all of them. I think we may have to. That's good. We can see what they consider as goal of the season then. So this is the guy who won it. Bit of a jammy goal, to be honest. I don't know if I'd say it's goal of the season. Keep it even move. I think this is our one. Yep. Again. Oh, this is one that was got like Salah's, I think, wasn't it? Yeah, surely that's goal of the season. What like it's at least ahead of this one. Let's see what third place was. Oh, it's against us. To be fair, that's a shout as well. I would have said one of those two, but there's no way that was goal of the season from Harry there. But moving on. Tarek Ryan actually got goalkeeper of the year when I thought Boston probably would have. I know he did pick. To be fair, he only conceded 24 in 19 games, only three clean sheets. But yeah, he did do very well towards the end. Very happy with how he performed. He might even come in over Boston eventually because his stats are improving as you can see, and he did play really well. He's actually wanted by St. Pat's Online. You can go away. But yeah, Dundalk's Gary Rogers and Hugo Cato for Waterford finished it off. And me, myself, won Manager of the Year. Thank you very much. Well, I'm surprised at that, though, because I've won a lot less cups than Dundalk, and they're not even there. I know league-wise they underperformed, but... And St. Patch, you thought because they won the league they might have got Manager of the Year, and they actually finished third. Harry Kenny. Waterford, fair play. But yeah, I'm not... Maybe because we got into Europe, like the group stage, maybe that's what it was, but I'm very happy with that. Hopefully we can do better next year. Let's have a quick look at Team of the Year. We've got 4 players selected Team of the Year, so we've got Brendan Maloney, McLaughlin, Shane Griffin, who else? So let's have a look. We've got McLaughlin and, yeah, so 3 out of the 4 defenders. So even though we conceded 54 league goals, we have one of the best defences in the league. Says it all about the league. No strikers, no wingers. It's actually wide midfielders they've chose to put in there. Although Carl Shepard is that one, even though we didn't play him there at all this season. Played him more attacking winger, but fine, fair enough. Quite happy with that. Just before we end this episode, let's go to our club's annual end of season awards ceremony. So, according to the fans, they all vote for their best player, and 39% of them think that Carl Shepherd, which I think is deserved, is our player of the season. As you can see, he's played 58 games in all competitions, scored 27 goals, and assisted 19. That is insane. Bearing in mind he's an inside forward, like he's not even an out-and-out striker. He's probably our best player. Yeah, he's a leading player for our club. The fans really like him. Yeah, he's a pretty good banging player. Then James Tilley got 29% of the votes. Again, incredible play. He's even got banging potential. I want to try and get him in again for the following season, but whether Brighton allow it or whether he wants to, because where his stock's rising now, he might see little Cork as not quite good enough. And to round it off, 20% is O'Connor. I really like this player because he's so natural as a winger. I mean, we haven't utilised him there really much this season. His finishing is diabolical to be fair, and his long shots aren't great. But I think he could be really good there. He's very young still, and he's a top class player with pretty banging potential. He could become our star. Significant improvements, I expect. But yeah, goal of the season, Morrissey. Well, you know what goal that is. That is that incredible Salah-esque one. Signing of the season was a free transfer, which is obvious. We're rarely going to spend money at the time. Is Liam Bossin, the goalkeeper. Quite happy with it. I mean, he had an injury, but he's done alright. Let's have a look. All competitions, these 18 games, and conceded 30. It's not the best. Like our other keeper did do better, but it's his first time here. Although that's all the competition, to be fair, because he's only actually played 7 games for us and conceded 13, which again is not great. But you can't really complain with that. Young player of the season, James Tilley. And this is basically the team of the season, what they think, which I'm surprised Cummins isn't there. I mean, Liam Nash probably played more games for the season, but obviously Cummins was on another level. But everywhere else, I think the team pretty much picked itself. Again, with the goalkeeper, I'm not surprised. Tug Ryan didn't kick off to a good start, but towards the end of the season, outstanding. Right, looking at stats, top goal scorer, 35 goals, Carl Shepherd, as expected. Although the highest average rating was a player who had like a 3 or 4 month injury or whatever it was, with an average of 7.51. Carl Shepherd not only with the most goals, but also with the most assists, and 22. He's an outstanding player, really is. Jared Morrissey with the best pass completion, 84%. That's pretty decent because I don't think he even missed a game. Maybe missed 1 or 2, but I'm pretty sure he played nearly every game. Where were we? Most man of the match, Carl Shepherd again, 13. He's the award you don't want to be getting. Morrissey got the most yellows, but it was only 8. That's massively improved from a lot of the like gegenpressing tactics you see on the Steam Workshop. A lot of them hit hard with yellows and some reds. Like we got 8 yellows and 1 red for like. I mean, all season we got 2 reds, and the highest person with yellows was 8. Like that's not that bad. Moving on to our overall review for the season, as it says, few had tipped us to achieve more than top half finish. Instead, we confounded expectation by securing continental football this season. Rebel Army finished where many expected them to, spending time at the top of the table and deviating little, of course, and helped them achieve what they had set out at the start of the campaign. So overall, good season. It's got an overall all the competitions. I'm not too bothered that we lost to this team because it was always a big ask. We played pretty well, kept it competitive. This was always going to be a struggle, although we did get a draw, our first point of the Europa League. It was against Rennes. We drew 3-3. We did get battered in the game, but we also took our chances, the very few that we had. So we got 170 grand, I think, just for drawing that game. This is why Europe is so important for a little club like us. But yeah, we can run us up the Premier Division. Very happy with that. Obviously, if we had Cummins all season, we might have won. But, not much we can do. Lost in the final to Dundalk, the FA Cup. Lost in the final, sorry, to Dundalk in the President's Cup. Lost in the final to Dundalk in the EA Sports Cup. And got to the quarter-final of the Munster Senior Cup. So look at that. I actually thought we won a cup. I swear we won a cup. Maybe we didn't. Yeah, so ultimately not a great season. Like we did well in the league and got into the I think our biggest accomplishment is the Europa League group stage. But yeah, we didn't win anything. Match of the season, hammering up Bohemians, which is a strange one because we drew with them but also got battered by them, which is actually our moment to forget. Stadium only average of 4,200, which is 57%, but that will up obviously as our reputation gets higher and our sort of players we bring gets higher, the competitions we get in and so on. This one I don't really pay attention to because I don't rotate that much, but it's normally the lowest, although it's joint sixth, which is about halfway in. There's 10 teams in the league, so yeah, that we have used quite. But then it's injuries that sort of make me have to rotate. But other than that, obviously dynamic update. So speaking of which, I'll quickly do a dynamics update. Not many people use this, but it's really important because you really get to see where the like pros and cons are. Because this one, dressing room atmosphere, is I feel more important than even managerial support and team cohesion. Because if they're not happy, they're not going to win. Overall, we're looking pretty good and everything. You can always obviously look at what the bad things are. Like our only negative is one player's unhappy and he wants first team football. And although he's worth a fair bit and he's pretty good for our level, I wouldn't mind losing him, so it's not a problem. Obviously, you have the hierarchy as well. If I click on my name, you see who supports me, who opposes me, and who doesn't have any opinion. So it's nice to see that our three team leaders to support me. Although you don't really want to have too many team leaders because they can conflict. But the Alan Bennett is retiring at the end of the season, so he will go. But it's a shame Carl Shepherd doesn't support me. He just has no opinion of me. It's good to see no one opposes me, and most do support me. Almost the whole club support me. He's actually gone down. A few people have gone down, but that's fine. I'm very happy with that. Obviously, the only negative being I've only been in the club a short time because it's been a year. Social groups can be important, really, because you want your players to gel really well, but obviously new players tend to be in others, but we don't have any others, so that's good. Even Boyle is in the secondary group. Happiness. Again, I don't really look at this because I deal with happiness individually as it comes up. But if you do need to see everything you need to see and the details of what it is they're unhappy about, you can see. And team meetings, normally if you feel like you need to talk to them if the team's lost too many games and their morale is very low, and that can help with the dressing room atmosphere. But yeah, that's basically dynamics, which was a new feature I think added in either this year or last year's game. And yeah, it's very very good to see. But yeah, that's it for now, guys. I'll see you next season. Bye.